All right, now you're live on YouTube. Say hello, YouTube. Today we're gonna talk about kindness. Let me send the questions on the chat box. Yeah, everyone can see the questions on the chat box. Thumbs up, please. All right, very good. Now I'm gonna share a short video with you guys, and this video will introduce our today's topics, right? Enjoy the video.
Kindness is an action, a thought, and a choice we willingly have to make. It is the magic ingredient when you or someone is experiencing heartbreak. The power of kindness is often hidden from our sight. It is something within that will shine a beautiful, bright light. Being kind often requires courage and strength, and will even have us be brave and do things at great length. To be kind looks like to give without expecting to receive, to be generous and forgiving when it is hard to stay and not leave. A kind act goes a long, long way. It is how you can make yours and others' sadness stay away. When you are thoughtful, it shows people that you care. And this can happen with anyone, anytime, anywhere. It will always put a smile on someone's face and warm both of your hearts with love and grace. It is important to know that kindness starts with being kind to yourself and to not tuck away your feelings or what matters to you like some book on the shelf. Kindness creates a positive feedback loop in your brain that can boost your mood like a warm summer night dancing in the rain. When you open your mind and your heart and allow acts of kindness to shine through, your mind, body, and spirit will grow bigger and will know the right thing to do. Kindness is not something you buy or build, as it is truly free. And it is what bonds us all together and can have us all see that when you lead with compassion and not let judgment stop you with blindness, you and everyone in the world will grow bigger and happier by your simple act of kindness.
All right, guys, and let's get started, all right? And let's get started with Katiana. Katiana, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Katiana. I'm 39 years old. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I am an engineer. I work with engineer, I think it's 15 years, almost 16 years. And now I work with new projects in the oil and gas sector. I'm married. I have a little daughter. The name of my daughter is Ana Carolina. I love running. I love canoa havaiana. I don't remember this name in English. And I stay and talk for improve my skills in English and speak more fast and understand fast too when the other people speak with me. And I stay and talk, I think last April.
Awesome. And I have a question for you. Tell me, what about the weather in your city right now? It's cold weather or it's a nice weather?
It's a very cold weather in Vitória. It's very crazy. This week is in the weekend. It's a very beautiful day in Vitória. I stay with my family. I ride a bike with my family in the weekend. It's a very sunny day in the Sunday. And yesterday it's rain a lot. It's very crazy and it stay very cold. It's cold day. Yesterday, today, and probably tomorrow. The time is very crazy because it's almost September.
How much
Yeah.
is very cold in Victoria?
And it's
20
I,
20
I,
degrees?
I think it's feeling about the 15, 16, 17. It depends. In the night, it's more cold. For me, it's cold.
Yes.
Because it's no common in Victoria this temperature.
I
It's
see.
very unusually this temperature here.
I see. Thank you for coming this meeting, Katsiana. Thank you. Gabriel, could you please introduce yourself for us?
Yes, I'm Gabriel. I'm 35 years old. I'm a data scientist. I study maths in my undergraduate studies. I live in Canada since 2014, but in the French French speakers Canada in Quebec. Now I work from a startup called Brizzle, and I must improve my English for understand the native speakers and speak improve my speech. And I have a daughter. She's 4 years. She's born here in Canada, and I came from Ribeirão Preto, São Paulo, and I married. My wife is Brazilian too, and past April I was near from Catiana, Vila Velha. It's very nice place. I like it. That's all.
What about the weather in Canada?
Now it's very hot here. It's Quebec. It's a humidex summer. It's like maybe Victoria, not like Ribeirão Preto. Ribeirão Preto is a dry summer. Now it's 27 degrees because now here it's summer, and the end of summer. But in January, February, here arrives minus 25, minus 30. I lived the situations with minus 43, minus 39. It's very, very, very cold because
I can imagine it.
this is Canada.
And other question.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm a curious person. And how did you find out TNT?
I watching the talk website, and I read about the sessions like intermediate sessions, beginner sessions, and immersion. I don't know how what's exactly TNT, but for me it's like this meeting is a immersion group or English for intermediates. It's now I work from my home, and I can do a lot of sessions, and I try improve my English very, very faster because next year we have a summit for many Americans. It's very hard to me understand them and speak like now it's good. I'm calm, but when I speak in front of the native speakers, I'm very, very stressed.
Yeah, I can
And
imagine.
I think the TNT because I search for these sessions, not for beginner sessions, other sessions, and I put my name.
You would like to practice to improve your speaking skills, right?
Yes, and
And
my listen to yes.
for sure, you can do that. I'm sure about. And I have other question. Do you speak French?
Yes, I
Yes.
speak French science to 2013. I started learning French in 2013, and I study 1 year and a half in Brazil. I made 5 intensive courses, but it's just here and you speak up Canadian, French Canadians and French, and here in Quebec there are many people that speaks French, native French, like Africans from Congo, from Senegal. Just after 6 months, you see, I think I really learn French because my 2 months here, it's the understand the common language. It's a daily language. It's very hard. I was able to understand the formal emissions like news and podcasts when the presentators speak slowly and formally, but the real life in the at
Different.
a story in the supermarket,
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
different.
different. And
And
my first days here, I lived with French native speakers, uh, and then helped me a lot to improve my French.
awesome. I really recommend you attend in on French meetings on TNT because here in TNT we have French meetings too.
Okay.
And John Self, could you please introduce yourself for us?
I can. So you can just call me John. It's easier.
Yeah, for sure.
it's so
Nice to
it's proof
meet you,
of
John.
errors, just John. Okay. I'm from Caldas Novas, Goiás, so it's hot here. it's uh, it's 27 degrees here, so I listen to you talking about
Good for
minus
you,
and
man.
cold temperatures. We never have any minimum temperatures here. It's just always high. Uh, I'm a data engineer. I'm also in the data roles as Gabriel, but in the role of the side of engineering. And I have a dream to live abroad. So because of this, I started to study English in the past, and now I'm started practicing to apply to some opportunities in English, in international opportunities. And I think this will help me a lot to improve, to get confidence, and to break the stops that we just keep talking. This is the one of the things that it's not good
Yeah, I see.
to keep doing. So yeah, it's this.
Thank you for coming, John. And I have a suggestion for you here on TNT. We have tech meetings too about
Yeah,
your
nice,
profession, and you can improve in your environment, you know?
nice. Thank you.
Awesome. Sonia Keller, could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Sonia Keller. I love my name because it's very strong for me. And I live in Curitiba, 35 years old. Since I Since no use because it's incorrect, because I don't even remember the data. But I live in Curitiba since I married, because I was born in Santa Catarina. My family live in Santa Catarina. I have one daughter. My daughter next week she will make 32 years old, and I work with material para hemodiálise, the treatment os rins, okay? I love run. I love ride a bike, because my husband don't run, but he like ride a bike. I like movie, watch movie, oh my gosh, Netflix is very well for me. But I improve a lot my English, because it is the same as John's self. Is very problem with me. Is when I speak with Portuguese, no problem with me. Is communicate a lot, but in English I am very nervous because I forgot the words. Oh my gosh, I use the present perfect, past simple, or to, from, for. Is very
I see.
complicated, but I love it. Today, I love English. I love English.
Sonia, thank you so much for coming for this meeting. And I would like to say 2 rules for everybody here. The rule number 1, don't worry about your mistakes. This is the right place to make mistakes. The rule number 2, enjoy this conversation. All right?
All right.
Let's
okay.
get down the business.
Okay.
I love this sentence. Let's get down the business. Everyone can see the question, right? And I'm gonna read the question number 1. If you, Katiana, could you hear me? Katiana, could you hear me? Katiana had a problem with her connection, but she came back. Katiana, are you there?
I have a problem with my internet, sorry.
All right, but right now you are there, right? And
Okay.
I'm sending the questions again in the chat.
Okay.
Let me see. Can you see the questions on the chat box?
1 minute. Yes.
Awesome. Very good. Let's get down the business. The question number 1. If you had to define kindness, how do you define it? Katiana, how do you define the word kindness?
I think when you speak about kindness, I think it's about feelings. I think it's about take care with other people or with other person, and when you have good intentions with other person, I think it's about this, and I think it's about good things and good wishes and good feelings with other people. I think these words define the kindness with for me now. And I think the society needs the kindness more, because now I see the people very angry and very, very. I don't say this word in English, but amargas. And I think the word it's necessitates now of more kindness with the in the heart of the person. I think the kindness it's changing your mind, your feelings, and probably the word is better with these feelings, with the kindness.
Gabriel sent us the meaning of the amargo, bitter. Yeah, it's correct. And what about you, Gabriel? What about the question 1? In your opinion, what does it mean, kindness, for you?
I say the kindness is like to be friendly with others and try to help the others and try to be a good person with anyone. And yeah, this is
Thank you, Gabriel. John, what about you?
I think kindness is the feeling to do things to people that you really want that this is done to you, done to yourself. So you will not do something to someone that you just think it's not good. So you think, oh, you wonder, oh, what should be good to me in a market, in a store. If someone treat me like this should be good. Yeah, this should be good. So why not do the same? So this, to me, this is kindness. Do what you want to, that had be done to you.
Good definition. Sonia.
For me, is important the kindness, the person reliable, the take care with the other person, and the listen the other person. For me is very important, because sometimes the person don't listen you, but is necessary I listen for you. Is different the way. Loyal, for me is important. Kindness, when I loyal the person. That's it.
I don't have a definition about this word kindness. I really don't have a definition, but I'm sure about one thing. When I have an opportunity to be kind with all kind of people, when I have, don't matter the kind of opportunity, but when I have one opportunity to act this way, I feel so good. It's so good for me, for sure. All right, go ahead, Gabriel. Would you like to say something, please?
Kindness is like more bondade, or
Yes.
is like more gentileza?
I think it's
Or
the same thing. Because you can
depends.
You can be in Portuguese gentil, and you can act with kindness with other people, with bondade.
Okay.
I think it's very close, the two meanings.
Okay.
And so you can move on for the next one, or would you like to say something else? Everybody like to say? All right. Can move on for, take a look at the question number 2. It's a quick question. If people were taking advantage of your kindness, would you still be kind? Let's get started with Gabriel, please. About number 2.
If I think the person it's has not a bad intention, a bad plans with me, or use my kindness for bad reasons, bad things, I think I still be kind. But if I realized the person starts to take another way, a bad way, it's I stop to be kind with her.
Awesome. John, what about you? How do you deal with this situation? You realize that someone has taken an advantage about your kindness. How do you deal with this situation?
This already happened to me in the work, my last work. This was one of the reasons that I just did a migration of career. I was a front desk, a receptionist from a hotel, and I had some colleagues there that were doing this. You know, I did. It's like I did 80% of the job the whole day, and two colleagues of mine just did the rest 20. You know, so this was really bad to me. But I just kept doing the same, being the same way, being kind with them. You know, it's that thing that I think that I should be, and I reported it to my manager, and things just solved by itself. But I still kept being kind, and I think you will not be the same way. You know, we treat people different in a different way. You treat good people in one way, bad people in another way, but you should always be kind. You know, kind, always treat as you want to be treated. So
Yeah.
even being a bad people. So yeah, this is.
Thank you, Joe, for sharing it with us. And Sonia, what about you?
I sometimes, independent the situation, I don't kindness the situation, the person don't. For example, if the situation in my life, the person taking advantage for me, kindness, I look up to, okay, but I speak this off, independent the me, but is necessary. Do you change, okay? Because for me, in my personality, is more direct. No, is more direct.
Yeah.
Yes, don't. I talk. Independent the situation, I talk. Yes.
You say the truth, right?
Yes, I
get
I
it.
always it's true in my life. No,
Awesome.
around the no.
Yeah,
For me, no.
I get it. All right, you can move on for the next one, or someone would like to add something else? No? All right. Take a look at the question number 3. It's a question for parents, you know? If you had a very rude and selfish child, how do you teach them to be kind? John, could you please get started for us? How do you teach them?
Don't know. It's hard. I don't have children, so it's really hard to answer this.
Imagine if you had at least 3 children, 2 boys
Yeah.
and a girl. How
I
do you
always like
deal?
to teach people, or to explain things the way why those things are like this. So if you have a mouse, why the mouse has the buttons to click, why the mouse had to have the sensor to move, So it's not, I don't like to explain, oh, this is a mouse, use it. No, this is a mouse, it has a sensor to click, two buttons to click. So if I had children, I would like to explain why to be kind, why to be, as my grandfather, I don't know my father, but I know my grandfather, my mother grandfather. And he explained to me some things about work, to not be lazy in the work, because we had to do the things right, to do the things in a good way. So he explained it to me why to be, and I watched he doing this. So this, I don't know if I when I'm going to be father, I think that I will do like this, to explain why to be this way, and try to to make a mirror of me being a good person to my children. Just look at me and say, oh, I want to be like this, like him, and I want to follow what he's saying.
Great. Katiana, you has a daughter. How will you deal with this situation?
It's difficult because sometimes the children, I observe the children, it's rude with the other children because don't they know the feelings. And when my daughter make a thing, it's rude with the other with other child, with other children's. I explain with for my daughter, if he was you, it's okay. You have good intentions with this. If your friend make the similar things with you, you're happy with this. And now my daughter, for example, have 5 years. It's very younger, but sometimes I see she understands these things because I speak every day with my daughter about this, and I speak, if you do these things with other persons, probably the other persons do these things with you, and it's okay for you. And the children is very smart and understand these things. With 4, maybe 5, 6 years, the children understand these things, but you need to explain all the time.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a good way to teach children. Sonia.
Katiana is explain about the subject. But when I remember, I have my daughter, one daughter, no other children. and I take in my mind about this. Oh my gosh, is necessary that I education my daughter the world, because it is more complicated. The people they have rude and selfish is more difficult. And when I see today my behavior, she behavior is very, very happy me, because also, oh my gosh, thanks God, because I get in the education, the don't rude, don't selfish, because my daughter is behavior different the other person is necessary. We teach our children about this, because the old the person is different today, But my daughter learning a lot with me, my husband, is very nice.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you. Gabriel, what about you?
If I had a very rude and selfish child, I hit her. No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh, it's so aggressive.
No, like my parents, like old school. No, it's a joke. It's not. It's not.
Yeah, I know.
Not
Okay. I know.
I think there is a sentence that in the one of the most important things I learned with my daughter. The word convinces, but the example drags.
Yeah.
It's very
Example, it's so
very
important.
yes, very strong for me. Usually I am a calm and kind person. If I give the good examples, my daughter, she's follow me. If I give her bad examples, it's just wait for the worst behavior. And if like I see this subject like this.
Yeah, normally easy parents have easy children. Normally, I believe that has different personality.
Yes,
but an example it helps a lot. Example
yes.
helps a lot.
It's if the one more thing then example with the parents must have a lot of patience to be very, very patient parents, and speak a lot or explain what I do, what I do, porque, why I do what I do. Yes. Porque eu faço.
I get it. I get it.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think it's it's a good way to I don't know the word.
To deal with.
Yeah.
To deal, to handle it. Yeah.
My colleague told me other day about this situation. Sonia is very demanding, grow the children because is the social media, the cell phone, de liberdade, né? Freedom, with
Freedom, it's a good and it's a hard
yes,
in the
yes.
same time.
And
Sure.
the look at a lot about this with the
Guys, I love so much talk about this kind of topic called kindness and about feelings. When I talk about feelings, I can spend hours to talk about that. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to talk about every question, but we're gonna skip some questions and we're gonna talk about the question number 10 because I think it's an important question. Okay? Question number 10. If you had to name 3 situations when being unkind was justified, what would you say? And Katia, what would you say? We don't need to say 3 things, but at least one justificate thing.
I think when you stay in the restaurant and the people it's rude with the waitress or waitress,
Yeah.
I think it's
I
very
hate the
ugly.
situation.
I hate the situations. I think it's very I don't know, but I think it's about the personality of the people. When you do bad things with a simple person, I think it's probably you don't a good person. And for
Yeah.
me, I think it's very
I feel so bad when I see this situation when
yeah,
people are
make
unpolite with simple people. It's hurt me too.
yes. I think it's how do you say fail? Ugly. It's a ugly
Ugly,
thing.
yeah.
No, but I think it's wrong when I say ugly with these things. But
But I get it. I get it. The point. John, at least one thing. It's
We use the same as Tatiana because my last job, as I said, I was a front desk, so I got several times people doing the same way with me, but I had to be kind. I had to treat them good. I'm not saying that if someone is treated bad in his work, he has to, punch the people back or something like this. But we have to pass to people that when someone is treating you bad or is not being good with you, is screaming with you or something, treating you in the worst way possible. You can just call policy, the cops. You can just don't do the treat. But as Katiana said, it's normal. You see this happen, and the worker will just do his work. Treat the people as the way the people might be treated, even bad people. We had to treat people this way. So I think we should you should just delete the word, the sentence. The client is always right. No, the client is not always right. He needs be treated well, but he's not always right.
Yeah.
People need to treat people as treating people, not animals. So yeah, I like the point of Katiana, and I just got the same way.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Gabriel?
The situations like a drunk person or a frozen person came to me to bore myself and my family, or treats me or my family. It's normally to be more huge, and situations in at the work, like unrespectful people, or harness. It's harness. I don't know. Unrespectable people, disgusting people, then treat the others like shit, and we cannot accept.
Yeah, it's for
this
sure,
behavior.
it's a
Yeah.
stressful situation.
Yes.
Sonia?
For me, and when conversation, no, because we don't conversation when we speak about this religion, politics. For me, it's very terrible, because it's uncomfortable for me when the person briga, because the situation, the religion or politics is lead with you. For me, is terrible, because don't have the brigar about this, because it is your opinion. Respect your opinion. Oh,
It's
for me
so important to respectful the opinion about each other. And when you fighting about politician or you fighting about religion, it's a bad thing. I agree with you, Sonia. For sure. For me, there is one thing that really boring me. It's telemarketing. I hate it. I'm sorry. I always trying to be polite, but sometimes I need to be unkind, because it's the unique way to put off my cell phone. Guys, I'm gonna share a short video to finish this meeting, all right? But before I finish this meeting, I would like to say thank you so much for attending this meeting. I love talking English. And as I said before, I'm not a teacher. I'm a talker like you guys. I have been on TNT about 2 years, 1 year as a talker and 1 year as a host. And I have been a lot of things from you guys. And please keep coming. It's and make me happy. You know. Let me share the finished video. Just a second. Enjoy the video.